Welcome to Think in English. Today, we're going to slow down for a few minutes and talk about something simple but quietly difficult: believing in yourself. Because sometimes it sounds like a nice idea, but in real life, it feels much harder than it should. So take a deep breath, slow down for a moment, and let's begin. I think a lot of people misunderstand what it means to believe in yourself. They think it means being confident all the time, always feeling strong, always knowing what you're doing. But in reality, it's not like that at all. Because if you're honest, there are so many moments when you don't feel confident. Moments when you question yourself, when you hesitate, when you feel like maybe you're not ready or not good enough yet. And in those moments, believing in yourself can feel like something very far away.
Yeah, and I think that's where people get stuck. They wait until they feel confident first, before they believe in themselves.
But confidence doesn't usually come first. Most of the time, it comes after you've already taken the step, while you're still unsure.
Exactly. Believing in yourself doesn't mean you don't have doubts. It just means you don't let that doubt stop you. It means that even when your mind is full of questions, there's still a small part of you that says, "I'm not sure how this will go, but I'm willing to try." And sometimes that small voice is enough, even if it's the only part of you that still believes.
Yeah, it's not about being fearless. It's about moving forward, even when fear is still there. Because if you wait until you feel ready or perfect or completely sure, you might be waiting for a very long time.
And if you don't believe in yourself, something else slowly takes over. That quiet voice inside your head, the one that tells you you're not good enough, or not ready, or not capable, it starts to sound more real than it actually is. And over time, without even noticing, you begin to trust that voice more than you trust yourself.
Yeah, and that's the dangerous part. Because once you start believing that voice, you don't just feel unsure anymore. You start holding yourself back. You stop trying things you actually want. You avoid opportunities. You stay in places that feel safe, even if they don't feel right. And not because you can't do more, but because you don't believe that you can.
But maybe believing in yourself doesn't have to be something big or dramatic. Maybe it's something much quieter. Maybe it's just choosing, in a small moment, not to give up on yourself. To take one step, even if you're not sure. To try again, even if the last time didn't go well. To say, "I don't feel ready, but I'm still going to move forward."
Yeah, and those small moments matter more than we think. Because every time you choose to keep going, even just a little, you're showing yourself that you can be trusted. And slowly, that trust becomes stronger than the doubt.
I think another part of believing in yourself is the way you talk to yourself. Because sometimes we are much harder on ourselves than we would ever be with someone else. If a friend were struggling, you wouldn't tell them they're not good enough. You wouldn't tell them to stop trying. You would encourage them. You would support them. But when it comes to yourself, it's easy to forget to do that.
Yeah, and maybe that's a simple place to start. Not by forcing yourself to feel confident, but by being a little kinder to your own thoughts. By speaking to yourself the way you would speak to someone you care about.
And maybe, in the end, believing in yourself doesn't mean you always feel strong. It just means that even on the days you feel tired, unsure, or a little lost, you don't walk away from yourself. You stay. You keep going, even if it's slow.
Yeah, because one day you might look back and realize you didn't need to be perfect. You didn't need to be ready. You just needed to keep believing a little more than you doubted. And that was already enough.
So tonight, if you're feeling unsure, remember, you don't have to have everything figured out. You need to take one small step and trust that you're allowed to grow.